What's going on, everyone? I'm Andrew from Loud Luxury, and welcome to the iHeartRadio Ask Us Anything chat. As you can see from the background right now, I'm actually in Europe in the middle of Montenegro right now. Both Joe and I are on beautiful vacations, and we are enjoying every minute of it. But because of that, we're not together. So we're going to do our best to answer these questions back and forth. I know he's filming from his end as well. Before we get started, a special thank you to Romeo and Most Requested Live for having us. We have a new song out. Two friends, Loud Luxury, as well as BB Rexa. It's called If Only I. All right, let's get into the questions. Lena from Sunrise, Florida says, please explain how you got everyone on the new record. Did you just bump into them when you were out, or did you have your people call their people? First off, I love this question because it definitely insinuates that we're in the mob with the did your people call their people. It was sort of strange because two friends and Loud Luxury, us, we were working on the instrumental idea together ages before. They actually had their people call BB Rexa, and somehow she was interested in the song. She literally did one take of it and sounded amazing. After that, for lack of a better word, we all sort of really became closer friends. We've done a few sessions with BB Rexa. The two friends guys we've known for years, so we've always been very close with them. So it's been a very organic record, and we're so excited to be involved with everyone on it. Darla from Detroit, Michigan asks, fill in the blank, if only I. I'm going to say could watch the sunrise, we could lay here all night, because of course we're here to promote our new song, right? Leon from Evansville, Indiana asks, with summer being almost over, what was the one thing you loved about it? The weather, duh. Donna from Buffalo, New York asks, what do you all do in your spare time? For me personally, I really love to go on hikes. We moved out to California about 6 years ago. And what I really appreciated about the opportunity to move out was to actually be more in nature. You know, I'm from Toronto originally, and I love that neighborhood and that whole area that we grew up in. But with winter in full force most of the year, you don't really get the same privilege of getting to go to beaches and mountains all the time. So I really try and take advantage of that when we're off the road. Paula from Woodstock, Ontario. I didn't know you guys met at Western. I love London. Where are you from and what high school did you go to? So for those that don't know, especially our Canadian listeners, Joe and I actually met at a university, or in America, as you call it, a college called Western. It's about halfway between Detroit, Michigan, and Toronto, Ontario. So I'm originally from Mississauga, main suburb of Toronto. It's where the airport is. That's all you need to know about it. I went to a high school called Loyola. Then we went to Western, started playing some shows there, and the rest is history. Vicky from Erie, Pennsylvania writes, are any of your family members in the music business also? No. My dad's actually tone deaf, and we joke about it all the time. So to be here is definitely a blessing. Faith from Thunder Bay, Ontario asks, when you win a Juno Award, does that mean you get invited to come back every year? Also, where do you keep your Juno Awards? I don't know if winning means you get invited every year, but we have been invited every year since we won a Juno to the award show. It's been tough just because we're on the road all the time, especially that time of year. So we would definitely like to make it to more Juno Award shows in the future. You know, anything that is an opportunity to go back to Canada is always very special to us. My Juno Awards, because I move around way too much and travel, are actually at my parents' house still, sitting on the first piano that they bought me. Jenny from Nashville, Tennessee asks, is BB as ravishing in person as she is in pictures? And the answer is yes. She is stunning in person. And on top of that, she has the best personality on the planet. I've never met someone that is just always buzzing, always ready to have the most fun in any possible situation. It's been really nice getting to know BB through this record, and I'm excited to do more with her, so hopefully she'll have us. Nicole from Lexington, Kentucky. What is your must-have item in your bag? Mine is a neck pillow, because we spend so much time on flights that if we did not have neck pillows, I would get zero sleep. Austin from Austin, Texas asks, which one of you has the nicer car? I'll be honest, we have the exact same car. The exact same car. We literally got them together as a deal. Karen from West Palm Beach, Florida. How did you guys meet two friends and become four friends? This is an interesting question because we've actually known each other for a very long time. You see, Both of us definitely have a tendency to play in the college, university scene, both in the United States and Canada. So I think we knew of each other and were fans of each other's music just from that. You know, we've been sending them instrumentals for the Big Booty mixes for years. And then eventually just the idea of doing a collaboration came up, and the rest is history. Abby from Boston, Massachusetts. Where will you be touring this fall? Everywhere, as always. Some special shows that I'm excited about is in January 2024, we're playing at Shrine in Los Angeles. That's going to be one of our biggest shows of our career yet. We're also doing Bomb Factory in Dallas in September, which is one of our favorite cities to party in. And San Francisco at the Midway, which is a big show I'm excited about because we haven't done a big San Francisco show in ages. So it's going to be a really long overdue welcome into one of our favorite cities on the planet. Along with that, we're always working on some Canada stuff. So definitely check our website and you'll find all of our tour dates there.
Hey, what's going on? This is Joe from Loud Luxury, and you are watching our iHeartRadio Ask Us Anything Chat. Thanks to Romeo and Most Requested Live for having us tonight, and our new song with two friends is called If Only I, and it's featuring the most talented BB Rexa. Karen from Charlotte, North Carolina asks, how would you pose if I was in a picture with you? I would pose exactly like this. Penny from Winnipeg, Manitoba asks, time to play Canadian word association. Thoughts on each. Nickelback. We bring them everywhere with us, and if you know, you know. Caramel bars, absolute fire, one of the best delicacies. Shreddies, also Canadian breakfast staple. Avril Lavigne, the queen. Dill pickle chips, we wish you could get them in America. Lucy from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania asks, what is your favorite smell? I have to say my favorite smell is the fresh mountain air. There's nothing better. It's so good, especially being here in Switzerland, so this is the best place to be. Jen from St. Louis, MO asks, which Loud Luxury song would you recommend to someone who wants to get to know you better? I would say go listen to Body. It's our biggest song. It's the one that put us on the map. It's the one that got us everywhere, so go check it out. Tara from Minneapolis, MN. I'm Canadian like you guys. I get to go home once in a while. When I'm there, always go to Harvey's, Swiss Chalet, Canadian Tire, Tim Hortons. Where do you go when you're home? Tim Hortons is a pretty big staple. I love the honey crullers, so that's like one of the first things I get when I go back to Canada. Catherine from Wichita, Kansas asks, when you remix Martin and Dua's song Scared to Be Lonely, do they have to approve it or does someone else? Is that the same process for everything you remix? Yeah, usually when you do a remix, you have to get it approved. Everybody has to be cool about it. But the thing that happened with that one was that we released our song Fill Me In, and then Martin Garrix actually started talking about it, saying it was one of his favorite songs at the time. So then we actually just reached out to him on a limb and basically said, hey, we love your song with Dua. Do you think we could remix it? And he was like, of course, I love you guys. And that's how that happened. Tara from Huntington, WV asks, if you were on a dating site, what quality do you have to have that you would lead off your profile with? Firstly, I wouldn't use a dating site. Not about it. So for me, I'm just more of like a meet me in person type of person. But they definitely have to be pretty funny because I like to keep it pretty quick. Diana from Baltimore, MD asks, given the way that we listen to music has changed a lot in the last few years, where do you go to listen to your music? Do you still have a stereo at home or just a huge Bluetooth speaker? Well, fortunately, being a music producer, I actually have a massive studio at home that I built. So if I really want to get really immersed in the music, that's where I go and I can just go kick back and listen. Lauren from Farmington Hills, Michigan asks, what is your favorite pair of shoes? I usually wear New Balances a lot because they're very comfy. I'm on the road a lot and I need something pretty sturdy, especially when we're playing shows. So I would have to say New Balance for now. Jane from Lake in the Hills, Illinois asks, do you like it when you meet fans on the street or is anywhere fine? I love meeting fans all the time. As long as they're super cool with us and they're nice, I'm always happy to take photos and say hi and have a quick chat. Elias from Baltimore, MD asks, if you could add a music celebrity to Mount Rushmore, who would it be? Wow, that's a good question. I would have to say Elvis. He's one of the GOATs. So he's actually one of the reasons why I started getting into music. But if I could add Elvis or Daft Punk, both of those have to be on there. Diana from Birmingham, AL asks, what was your first cell phone and gaming console? Okay, my first gaming console was the Super Nintendo. I got it way back in the day when I was a kid. Loved that system. And then my first cell phone was actually like, I forget what it was, but it was like the little Beyonce phone. It was probably like this big. If anybody's ever seen Zoolander, it kind of looked like that when you were talking, when he had the little phone. So it was the one that had the two sides on it. So it was the Beyonce phone. That's all I can remember it as. Kelsey from Memphis, Tennessee asks, are you involved in the design process of your own merchandise? 100% we are involved in the merchandise. I think it's one of the most important things for an artist to have. I love getting really cool merch from other artists, so I'm very picky in terms of making sure the quality and everything's really good with what we have, and I love a good dad hat, so we try to have really cool dad hats. Hannah from Hartford, Connecticut asks, do you have nicknames for each other? I like to call Andy when I'm angry at him because I know he hates it, so that's probably what I call him. Otherwise, it's just Andrew. Lewis from Windsor, Ontario asks, first hockey shirt you had growing up? Mine was definitely a London Knights shirt because I'm from London, Ontario, so that was definitely the first shirt that I had. Sydney from Ramona, CA asks, what is your comfort movie or TV show? I really love the Harry Potter movies. They're one of my favorites, or Lord of the Rings. It's just something that you can watch all day and have a beautiful movie marathon. All right, everyone. Thanks again for watching our Ask Us Anything chat. Thanks to Romeo and Most Requested Live for having us on tonight to answer all of your questions. Our new song with two friends is called If Only I, and it features BB Rexa. Go check it out now. We love you all, and we will see you soon. We're Loud Luxury.